we are going to discuss about theories of emotion. So generally from this part, I think from the degree onwards, we are studying about emotions. What are the emotions? So the question that can be expected from this area is about theories of emotion. Okay, and it's very important. So we should thoroughly know the concept of each and every theory, and also who proposed it and the year of the proposal. Okay, so whenever you are studying a theory, but the very important thing is you should know the author and also at which year this theory has been proposed. So generally questions being asked like match the following, like the in one side there will be theories and on the other list there will be the year. So you need to match it. So you should be thorough with the authors, the theories concept and also the year. Okay. So generally we can divide the theories of emotion into three types. Okay, the physiological theory, neurological theory, and cognitive theory. So what is about physiological theory? So physiological theory it mainly gives importance to the physiological function, like because of some physiological reactions, we are experiencing emotions. So that is a major foundation of this type of theory. Neurological theory, it gives much more importance to the brain. Okay, there is something or some functions or some activities is going inside our brain. And because of this, what we are having a particular emotion. Next is cognitive theory. That is because of our thought, because of our planning, because of our memories, because of our past experiences, we are having some sort of emotion. So completely cognitive based. So we can divide the theories into three types. So we can start with the history. So while we are going to the history, the very important personality who commented upon the emotion is Charles Darwin. Like in 1870, Charles Darwin had said that emotion it is evolved because it has a very adaptive function within human beings. For example, in case of an animals, okay, because of the fear they are running from what? From the predator, or otherwise they will be killed. Only if the deer is feared of the lion, when the lion comes, the deer will run. Okay, what happened if the deer is not scared about the lion? What will happen? Actually, it will threaten the life of deer. So that is what this emotions have certain survival function. The same in the case of the feelings like love, affection, because only that we are having this reproduction, because it's not pure a biological phenomenon. It should be associated with some sort of emotion. That is a love. So even though the sex is a biological phenomenon, the love emotion is actually entertaining it. So this emotion is having an adaptive and a survival function of the species. According to Charles Darwin, that is why the emotion has been evolved since as human beings. Okay. The next is the famous theory, that is the James Lange theory of emotion. So it was proposed by two persons. One is psychologist William James. The other one is a physiologist. It was Carl Lange. Okay. And in 1884 and in 1887, they were proposed. The theory was independently proposed by William James and Carl Lange. Okay, so what according to this theory, it is very simple. It is a well-known physiological theory. That is, suppose we are exposed to a particular stimulus. While seeing the stimulus, what will be happening inside our body? There will be some sort of biological reactions like increased heartbeat, increased palpitation, or our blood pressure will increase. There will be increased sweating and so on. So as a result, what will happen? We will be having fear. Suppose we are going outside and we are seeing a dog. Actually, we are very feared of dog. What will happen? Our heartbeat will increase. We will start to sweat. Our what? Actually, we will be very scared. Either we feel to run from this dog. So this kind of thing is happening. As a result, what is the emotion? That is the fear. So the physiological reaction will lead to fear. So you can see the diagram, that is the emotional stimulus. It will lead to a physiological response pattern. Finally, it will result in an affective experience. That is the emotional experience. That is what the James Lange theory states. The next one is part theory. So it is a well-known physiological theory. And the other name of this part theory, it is called a thalamic theory. Okay. Thalamic theory. So from the name itself, it is clear that it is something giving much more importance to the brain area, that is the thalamus. Okay. So what it's actually about? So Kenenba theory, it says that no, the emotion experience, it is not happening like what the Stemslang theory states. According to this Kenenba theory, so Kenenbart, Walter Kennan has proposed this first. So they actually disagreed with what the Stemslang theory has already stated. Okay, so according to this Kenenbart theory, uh, suppose we are seeing an emotionally arousing stimulus. Okay, we are exposed to a particular stimulus. So our brain will recognize that, okay, that particular stimulus is present there. Okay, then what will happen? The brain will send signals to two parts of our brain. The one is thalamus, the other one is autonomic nervous system. And this all is happening simultaneously, like at the same time. So the brain is sending information or signal to the autonomic nervous system and to the central nervous system simultaneously. So the autonomic nervous system, it is involved in flight or fight response. Okay, so it is mainly involved in our body reactions like heartbeat increases, etc. What in the case of thalamus? So the thalamus is responsible for the emotional reaction. So this all happen simultaneously. So the brain is sending signals to autonomic nervous system and thalamus. So we are feeling the physiological reaction as well as the emotional experience simultaneously. Hope it is clear. The next theory, it is called as Thatcher and Singer theory. Okay. So this theory, the other name for is two-factor theory of emotion. So it is an example for cognitive theory of emotion. Okay, it is called as a cognitive theory of emotion. So according to this two-factor theory, it is giving importance to two important factors. The one is physiological arousal, the other one is cognitive labeling. So what it is? So in the first theory, we have studied that whenever our heartbeat increases, what will be the resulting emotion? It will be fear. So according to James Land theory, when our heartbeat increases, it leads to fear. But Stature and Singer theory states that no, it is not true. Because every time when our heartbeat increases, it is not necessary that it should be related to the emotion, that is fear. Suppose we are going for a date. When we are seeing our partner, what will happen? Maybe our heartbeat may increase. Or suppose if we need to go and fetch a prize from the stage, at that time also it might increase our heartbeat. So what is the difference between how we can distinguish between all these contexts? So that is called as cognitive labeling. Like we are interpreting the arousal with the context. Okay, your heartbeat is increasing, but it's okay because you're going to win a prize. So be happy. So actually, it is a kind of curiosity and happiness. So as something, a labeling is happening simultaneously. So that is the Stats and Singer theory says. So there is a physiological arousal, and as well as there is a cognitive labeling is happening. Like we are interpreting that particular context. As a result, what is happening? The emotional experience is happening. Okay. So the two factors are the physiological arousal and the cognitive labeling. And as a result of both these things, what is happening? An emotion is the result or the product. So that is about the Stature and Singer theory. The next theory is cognitive appraisal theory. The famous Richard Lazarus is a pioneer of the study, and he has proposed this theory in the year 1970. So according to him, there is whenever we are seeing a stimulus, a kind of appraisal is done, like whether it is threatening or not. Only if it is threatening, we will be having a fear. So we are actually doing some sort of analyzing whenever we are exposed to a particular situation or an event. So this is called as appraisal. So in cognitive appraisal theory, we are having a primary appraisal and we are having a secondary appraisal. So what is primary appraisal? Primary appraisal means the first thing is in the first example I have said, like we are seeing a dog. So the primary appraisal is whether that dog is threatening or not. If there is any chance like whether that dog comes near me or bite me or barks near me. So that is the first thing, that is primary appraisal. So suppose no, Dog has gone. Okay, finished. There is no any kind of fear or emotion like that. We will be having a relief. Okay, it is gone. Fine. What happened if the dog is coming towards you? What will happen? Then we go for the secondary appraisal. Like in primary appraisal, we understood that okay, the dog is very threatening. Okay. So in secondary appraisal, what we will do, we will find resources to cope up with that stressful situation. Like if we look for stones or we look for people or nearby houses in order for escape from that situation. So either we fight or we will flight. So that is secondary appraisal. Like we search for the resources in order to remove that threatening situation. So that is the appraisals that we are doing in order to cope up with the stressful situation. So first we will be having primary appraisal. The second one is secondary appraisal. And as a result of both this, we are having a certain emotion. Okay, either it will be a relief or it will be a kind of fear. Okay.